doing? Had enough of you. You want to take me on? I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of her shit. Come on. Pimp slap you up and down this fucking street.
Hey, what's up, world? Hope you're all having a fantastic week. I spent the entire week with the summer cold. It was kind of awful, but it wasn't all that awful. It didn't stop me from saving my friend's cats and running around with my hair ablaze. But anyway, this video is not about that. This video is about how dishonest anarchists are. Anarchists, just like everybody else on the left. In my last video, I said anarchists were like the farthest to the left, and they exhibit the insanity that's found on the left in absolute spades. Like, if you thought these mainstream leftists were removed from reality, these anarchists are incredibly removed from reality. And, you know, I suspect, I mean, it's one of two things, as I said before. It's one, they're complete idiots. Like, I can understand if there were, like, teenagers or maybe very young and inexperienced adults. I can understand that. But if they're full-grown adults, I suspect it's because they're being paid to say these things. Just like many people on the left are paid to say these things. Like, I mean, come on, let's be real. Like, these elitists on the left, they don't actually believe in that shit. You know, they just know it helps destroy this country, and it helps consolidate more power into the hands of the government. And of course, I'm not saying government in general. I'm saying our current corrupt government. Let's not generalize. Let's not talk like anarchist, right? But anarchist, incredibly dishonest. And once again, it's either because they're ignorant children, which I don't think applies to this group, or they're being paid to say this shit. Now, we're going to see in this video, we're going to see that they talk very much alike. And that's also why I suspect that there's a connection here. Because they talk just like politicians. These anarchists, at least these professional anarchists, these talking head anarchists, they talk just like politicians, like they're being coached by the same school of coaches. Anyway, let me not delay this any further. Let me jump right in. So in my last video, Life Under Anarchy, it's like, I don't know how this should actually be pronounced, but it should be spoken as a retarded anarchist, because that's how you should be saying this. Larkin Rose Exposed. In this last video, it somehow garnered the attention of our old friend, Shit for Brains Brian Young, over at High Impact Flicks, or Here's the Deal. By the way, this I know this is incredibly childish. I'll admit this. I have the self-awareness, or at least I'm self-aware enough to know that this is fucking childish as hell right here, right? But this is actually one of my favorite thumbnails that I've ever created. I was a huge fan of Jurassic Park. I can't even look at this thumbnail without laughing. It's so fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. All right, let me compose myself. Have some composure, goddammit. Anyway, our last video garnered the attention of our friend Brian Young. And Brian Young decided to comment on this last video. Larkin Rose looks great here too. Here's his comment on the last video. He says, I understand the disdain people might feel when someone comes forward with a simple take on complex problems. But can we all at least agree that it's wrong to harm people and take their stuff, and those who do those things should be punished, and then kind of build society around that? This is his comment, right? Immediately, I saw his comment and I was like, this is a trap. This comment right here, it is very high-level rhetoric. I mean, this comment here would make the most malevolent sophist of ancient Greece blush. Like the most malevolent sophist of all sophists. He would read this and he would be like, God damn, that's some pretty wicked rhetoric you got there. So anyway, let's break it down, right? Let's go right to my comment. Instead of commenting on it in this video, let me just read what I wrote, because I think it pretty much covers everything I want to cover here. So anyway, let's start with number 1. You trying to make this about disdain is a distraction from the points made in the video. It's intellectually dishonest. What disdain? You chalk Larkin's childish fantasy, this actually should be you chalk Larkin's childish fantasy up to a simple take on a complex problem. Really? You believe that's what it is? Be real. And I mean, let's be real. Like, he's all like, oh yeah, Larkin's take is a simple take on a complex problem. By the way, Larkin Rose has since made a video claiming, oh, I was just joking in that video. Nothing in that video should have been taken seriously. And then he made this other video, like this other anarchy video, that's just equally as much the product of a child's mind. Like his next video, it's like, wow, that's also something that a 12-year-old would come up with, because they don't have any idea about how complex the issues that they're talking about really are. Just like Brian over here. Oh, it's a simple take on complex issues. Yeah, maybe issues that you don't actually comprehend how complex they really are. So anyway, you really believe that's what it is. Be real. More intellectual dishonesty by painting Larkin's thought experiment in such a euphemistic manner that it departs from objective reality. Yeah, it's just totally it's intellectually dishonest for him to try to talk about disdain. Oh, I understand the disdain people might feel. And this is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not how a politician talks? Is this not how people who are in the club talk? It's like, really, can we not just talk about, like, what's actually being talked about? Like, this is kind of a straw man. This is a straw man trying to, like, bring up, oh, let's bring up disdain. Yeah, let's bring that up. Why? Why are we bringing this up? Why is something with such a negative connotation, why are you throwing that into the mix? Why are you trying to make a conversation impossible right now? Then the next part of this, of my reply, covers this aspect of it, right? And those who do those things should be punished. And this is something anarchists don't ever talk about. Right here. How should they be punished in this anarchist utopia? Should the victim decide for themselves? Some people believe some pretty extreme punishments for some petty crimes. This should be, some people believe in some pretty extreme punishments for some pretty petty crimes, or even just some petty crimes. Should we return to chopping the hands off thieves? Who builds the jailhouse? Who recognizes your property? What stops someone from claiming a huge swath of property? Yeah, what's going to stop somebody from saying, hey, you know what? All this property by this water over here, this is all mine. This freshwater lake over here is the only fresh water for miles. This is all mine. You want water? Go build yourself a fucking well. Who sets the standard for what the just amount of property is? You know, I mean, yeah, like what if like people, they're like, oh, those are good hunting grounds over there. Let me just lay claim to all that property. Might makes right in this anarchist utopia. They'll say, oh, if somebody says something different, I'll just shoot and kill them. And this right here is really important. I mean, these questions that I asked here, really important, and it plays into his comment, right? And I have to say this because just wait till you see what his reply is. Actually, I'm sure you can probably predict. It's a very, very typical politician reply. How about you anarchists do videos on all the failed attempts of anarchy? Why not have mature conversations? This is really important right here. Why not have mature conversations about all the intricate facets of our civilization? Why not talk about how you plan on solving these problems that will occur and that have occurred in past with anarchist states/collectives? You anarchists remind me of what Jose Ortega y Gasset said about the masses. You act like our incredibly complex civilization is a product of nature, and not a culture that is almost antithetical to nature, in so much that it is antithetical to this desire to be an anarchist, to be a man who has no rulers. Very immature, inexperienced, and just plain ignorant thinking. Sorry for using such strong words, but I don't talk using 1984's newspeech. And this is something that really these anarchists, or at least these professional anarchists, they talk with that political talk. They try not to curse, and if you curse, if you reply in an angry way, they try to capitalize on that. And proof of that, I've actually made a video on this. If you go to my playlist, High Impact Idiot, I have a whole playlist on this guy. I got 10 videos there. There's probably more videos on him that I haven't added there, and there's also some that I had to remove. In my video, Something All Anarchists Do, and also in my video, High Impact Flicks Exposed Again. In this video, Brian Young sounds just like a politician. In this video, he refused to say my name. Now it's like, it changed a little bit. And then at this point in time, this is going back years ago, he refused to debate me, and his reason was because of my character. Check this out.
God, I wish I could talk to that guy that's in the room that wants me to debate. I just can't, though, man. I can't. You've already shown us all your cards. You've shown us what kind of person you are. It's all about character, man. It's all about character.
It's all about character, man. Now, the funny thing is like right around this same time, when he says he refuses to debate me because of my character, because I use profanity, and because I throw insults around, he's like, oh no, that makes you a terrible human being, not even worthy of having an intellectual discussion with, even though I'm very capable of having an intellectual discussion. I've had it with other people that I've insulted before. I'm very capable of doing that, but he used it as something to hide behind, just like a politician. It's very much like what they did with Trump, like around the same exact time, which is what I kind of found a little funny. But anyway, it's just something that I noticed with their 1984 new speech. So sorry for using such strong words, but I don't talk using 1984's new speech. I talk like people talk. If people don't talk like this around your parts, that's perfectly fine and your way of doing things. We all have our own way of doing certain things. So don't try to make this some ad hominem garbage about feelings and emotions like you already tried to do. And by this, I'm talking about the disdain comment. When he's talking about, I understand the disdain people might feel when someone comes forward with a simple take on complex problems. I'm talking about that. That's, to me, a little attempt to become an ad hominem attack. Okay, so this is his reply, right? This is his reply to all of that, to some very sincere questions, to me pointing out his stuff. I think it's a very mature reply that I had to his reply, right? This is his reply. You missed what I said and didn't answer the question. Peace, man. I gotta bring it back. Shit for brains, man. I'm telling you. Shit for brains, bro. Total shit for brains. Actually, even better. This one's even better. Don't ask any questions. This is the Hitler. This is the thumbnail for my Hitler video. Don't ask any questions, god damn it. Who are you over here asking questions? So this is my reply, right? And of course, the question he's talking about, he's like, you missed what I said and didn't answer the question. The question that I'm talking about, of course, or the question he's talking about, I'm sorry, is this one. Can we at least agree that it's wrong to harm people and take their stuff? And those who do those things should be punished, and then kind of build society around that. So first of all, I actually did attempt to answer his question, because I tried answering this part, like, how should they be punished? I had this question over here. How should they be punished in this anarchist utopia? He never answered that question. And this is a really important fucking question. Because it seems like what I've gathered from listening to any anarchist talk, what I've gathered is people should just be shot and killed. Like, if somebody's doing something wrong, it's fine. We're armed. We're just gonna shoot and kill them. What? So this is my response to him. He's like, I'm like, LOL. I didn't answer your question because I saw it as a rhetorical question. Our society is already built on the premise that it's wrong to harm people and take stuff. And those who do those things should be punished. Reality is just a little more complicated than that. And so because I didn't answer your rhetorical question, you are going to run away from the conversation you started and not answer a single one of my reasonable questions. And you think that's the behavior of a mature adult sincerely interested in an honest dialogue/conversation. I'm not trying to brainwash you, I swear! I mean, people, it's really sad. It's really, really, really freaking sad. We are surrounded by false prophets, false talking heads every fucking where. All these people, well, not all these people online, but from what I can gather, 99% of these talking heads, false prophets working for some sort of intelligent agency or another. Or just grifting. Maybe they don't even work for intelligent agencies. I'm not saying these guys. These guys, I really think these guys are connected to intelligent agencies. They're not just your simple grifter. But there are people who are grifting out there. It's just all fake, man. It's just like there's this one YouTuber who I really like. I don't really like to say this, but he has this saying. He's like, it's all fake and gay, man. It's all fake and gay. And I can't even disagree with him, man. This shit is so fake. And just wait until you see my next video. I already got my next video set up. It's another anarchist, and it's actually an anarchist that Larkin Rose communicates with. At least they both go to this, like, anarcho-copo, whatever, this fucking bullshit thing that they make people pay out the ass for in, like, Mexico or where the fuck they have it. Like, this anarchy, like, collective where they all go there and they just fucking lie and deceive people and probably get together and talk about how they're going to lie and deceive the masses online. Who knows what else they do there. But my next video is going to be exposing another one of these characters in this shady-ass circle, and he lies directly to his audience's face. It's going to be a lot quicker, but man, I can't wait to make this next video. This video I had on the to do first because it was in that order, but man, this next video is going to be great. But anyway, I'm done with this video. These guys are a bunch of dishonest shills, if you ask me, and if they're not dishonest shills, then they're just too dumb to take seriously. I mean, you can't even be serious, man. Like, start a conversation, you can't even finish it. Oh yeah, can we just agree that those people should be punished? Well, how are you going to punish them, buddy? How are you going to punish them, buddy? Who's going to decide on what the punishment is? Idiots. As always, you all stay positive, you all stay healthy, and you all stay sharp.
And don't appear distracted. We may come from a fragmented MTV rap video culture, but they do not.